In this tutorial, you will learn how the cropping grid view can be used to your benefit when planning your farm. The grid view is an alternative way to see cropping information displayed. Instead of multiple years for a field, you can see all the fields for a specific year. This can be a real time saver during the planning and updating process. There are two ways to get to the cropping grid view. You can get there by going to the menu bar and selecting View, then Cropping Grid Edit. From there, you can always toggle between the default view and the grid view by clicking on this icon of the plant in the upper left-hand corner. When in the grid view, you can see the cropping information for each field in a single crop year, including soil type, acres, previous crop, current crop, tillage, applications and recommendations, and more. You can toggle through crop years using this toolbar above. You can also make edits to your plan here to reflect actual practices and results compared to what was planned for that crop year. More details on this can be learned in the following video on making edits in the cropping grid view. One useful feature of the cropping grid is the ability to sort fields based on certain characteristics. For example, you can sort fields based on name, soil symbol, acres, crop type, yield goal, application needs, and more by simply clicking on the heading of the column you'd like to sort the fields by. In doing this, it can be much easier to group fields. More information on grouping fields in the cropping grid is addressed in the video following this one on making edits in the cropping grid. For example, if I wanted to sort my fields based on potassium needs and then make edits to those fields' applications, I can sort them by clicking on the K2O column under the Over/Under header. Then by clicking on one of the field's cells in that column, I can open up the Nutrient Application Planner and make edits to that field's applications. You can also open up the editor boxes in the cropping grid for MRTN, lime recommendations, and legume credits by clicking on the cells in the appropriate columns. Another useful feature is the ability to view the farmed acres for the selected rows. By selecting a few or all field rows, you can see the total acres for those fields at the top of the table. To go back to the normal cropping screen view, go to View and select Cropping Grid Edit again, or select the shortcut button again. This is the end of the tutorial on the cropping grid view. Please view our other videos on the cropping grid to learn more.